Angeles 0835. Takeoff scheduled 1100 hours.
Roger, Seagull X-ray.
Call Moonbase, will you?
Yes, sir.
Status check. Target.
Affirmative.
Magnetic field.
Check.
Saturation density.
Green.
Resonator.
Affirmative.
Code.
Okay.
Displacements.
Go.
Filters.
Check.
Fluctuation.
Affirmative.
Reflex.
Excuse me. Right. Shadow control for you, Lieutenant.
Right. Lieutenant Ellis.
Good morning, Gay. I think I might have some action for you. Now, I want Moonbase put on yellow alert from 1045 to track Seagull X-ray. Now, it's carrying Shadow VIPs on the Utronic equipment. So let's keep everybody on their toes. We can't afford to take chances.
Roger. Joan, announce a yellow alert for 1045.
Yes, Lieutenant.
And complete the status check. I think this is going to be for real. I'm going to take a break. I'll be back about 10:30.
Okay. Moonbase will be on yellow alert from 10:45 Earth elapsed time. Repeat, 10:45 EET. All space trackers to be fully operational by 10:45 EET. Astronauts to be on standby.
Joanna?
Be right with you, Lou.
No hurry. I want to run a computer check on the interceptor systems in about 10 minutes. Hi, Gay.
Hello, Lou.
Do you think this could be it, Lieutenant?
Looks like it, Lou. An SST traveling at Mach 4 is a pretty tempting target, particularly as it's carrying the new Utronic equipment. Hello, Ken.
Hi.
Hi, Mark.
Gay, this alert, what do you think? Another false alarm?
Don't think so, Mark.
So this time it could be real.
Yeah, could be.
Well, I guess we could all do with a bit of action.
Well, I could do with a cup of coffee.
Sure.
Thanks.
Stevenson Base, this is Seagull X-ray. Liftoff check complete. Liftoff clearance.
Roger, Seagull X-ray. You are clear to go.
You know? 10:45.
Right.
Brakes off.
Airspeed building. 130. 140. 160 V1. VR. Rotate.
Moonbase, calling Sid.
This is Space Intruder Detector. Pass your message.
Seagull X-ray carrying VIPs and neutronic equipment is airborne. Track progress of aircraft until further notice. Keep sharp lookout for UFO.
Please pass your code so that your instructions can be complied with.
Stand by to receive code.
Standing by. Thank you. Your code is correct. I have Seagull X-ray on scanners. It is on course. Speed 1500 knots.
Moonbase computers confirm course correct. Airspeed 1500 knots.
Right. Maintain tracking.
Warning for EOI. Affirmative. Signal for red when identification is positive. Roger. We estimate total H490 changing to wave band 404 for a
Red alert. Red alert. UFO 428. 146 green.
Got it. 428146 green. Speed.
Solid. Trajectory termination.
Coming up.
This is Moonbase to Shadow Control. Predicted trajectory termination, North Atlantic. Speed, solid. Going for intercept, out. Interceptors.
Immediate launch. Interceptors. Immediate launch.
Interceptors go. Right.
This is Moonbase to all Shadow stations. Moonbase to all Shadow stations. UFO sighted, 428146 green, will report.
Attention all defense systems. This is a maximum security alert. Attention all defense systems. I say again, this is a maximum security alert. Condition red.
Speed 1.5 million miles per second. Range 75 million miles.
Okay. Yes.
70 million miles.
Maintaining solid. Red. 129046.
Right.
Trajectory. Still as predicted.
Lieutenant, I have green on interceptors 1, 2, and 3.
Moonbase to interceptors.
Stand by to set missile control computer.
Right.
MCC reading 101-264-110. Missile timing 2496.
Missile program completed.
Range 8 million miles closing. 7 million miles.
Missile firing 5.4 seconds.
Detonation confirmed.
Negative. It's through.
This is lunar module to moon base control. Have visual contact.
Roger, lunar module. Have you on track for auto landing? The lunar module with Colonel Freeman on board is docking now.
Hello, Gay. Shall we start? Hello, Nina.
Hello, Colonel.
How's everything going?
Fine.
Good. How are things with you, Joan?
Fine, sir.
Is that your report, Lieutenant?
Yes, I think you'll find everything's in order.
Sure I shall. Shall we continue?
The, spares situation might need reviewing. I'd like to see the level kept about 20% higher.
Funny you should say that. Straker asked me to get your ideas on the subject. He had the same idea. Hi, Colonel. Hi, Lou. What sort of times are you making on the interceptor launches, Lieutenant?
About 125 seconds flat.
That's pretty good. Well, that about wraps it up for this month. I'll report a clean bill of health.
Fine.
I have a possible sighting. Will relay details of speed and trajectory.
I have a trace bearing 062415 green. Confirmed sighting, yellow alert. I repeat, yellow alert.
Good luck, Mark.
Okay, let's go.
UFO has entered area blue 634. Interceptors are in position, awaiting confirmation. We'll give computation of attack coordinates and missile timings as soon as possible.
Next sweep should tell us.
Red alert, red alert. Confirm unidentified flying object.
This is Moon Base Control. Red alert.
Red alert. Interceptors, immediate launch. Interceptors.
Immediate launch.
Interceptor 3, our checks A-OK. Interceptor 2, our checks A-OK. Interceptor 1, our checks A-OK.
Switch to radio link 4. Onboard computer wave band
068.
Confirm speed 0.8.
bearing 342047. That's it, don't lose it. Base to interceptors. Have the UFO on positive track.
Speed Sol 0.8.
Speed Sol 0.8. Bearing 342047.
UFO maintaining course. Predict interceptors in range 51 seconds.
Control to leader.
Set onboard computer for the auto count.
Roger.
Missile launch, 5 seconds.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Visual contact with explosion.
Detonation positive.
Did they get it?
I still have a contact, Lieutenant.
Double check.
Positive.
Predict UFO on collision course with interceptors. Impact 32 seconds.
Control to Interceptor 2. Auto course to 024201.
Impact 14 seconds.
Interceptor 1 to base. Request new course. 1 to base. Request new course.
Control to Interceptor 3. Alter course to
024186.
9 seconds.
Interceptor 1 to base. Request new course.
Control to Interceptor 1.
Auto course to
024218.
It's too late, Lieutenant.
Coming one.
Impact confirmed. Interceptor 1 destroyed.
It looks a long way off, doesn't it?
Might as well be at the other end of the universe.
Has anyone seen Lieutenant Ellis?
She's in Central Park.
Thanks.
Well, there's one of the lucky ones who'll be back on terra firma tomorrow.
If by terra firma you mean Straker's carpet. Rather them than me.
Gay, we all took the same chance. Ken was unlucky. These things happen. Nobody's to blame.
Bradley, Waterman, Lieutenant Ellis, I assume you know why you're here.
I'd like to say something, sir. As interceptor leader, I want to accept complete and sole responsibility for what happened.
Very gallant. Yes, that's a very brave gesture. But out of line. I know what happened. Now I want to know why. You people were selected because of your outstanding character, as well as intellect. What went wrong?
Lieutenant Ellis, Waterman, I'd like you to begin the computer test while I interview astronaut Bradley.
Right.
Cigarette?
Thank you.
Nervous?
No.
There's no need to be. This is all quite confidential. Please sit. There. Before we start, I'd like to get one thing straight. I've no liking for you blacks. You ever heard that phrase or something similar on Moonbase?
No, never.
You didn't seem surprised when I said it.
I assumed you didn't mean it.
Good. Good.
Did he say anything else?
No, just that I'd been cleared, and I was scheduled on the next flight back to the moon.
And us?
He's the one who needs looking at. Oh, don't worry.
You can't hear next glass case he calls an office. Tell me something.
Does Shadow have anyone checking him out?
If they did, it would probably be a computer.
Lieutenant Ellis, will you come in, please? Please sit down.
Mahogany.
Table.
Grass.
Green.
Laugh.
Cry.
This is an interesting reaction. Watch this carefully.
Sunrise.
Morning.
Black. Black.
Bird. Blackbird.
Blackbird. Oh, yes, yes, good.
A 2.04 second delay. You could see her mind racing. She was consciously avoiding giving the standard answer. White. Look at the stress factor at that point. 5 times normal.
And your conclusions are based on that?
My conclusions are based on 8 hours of exhaustive tests, 20 years of experience, and the conclusion formed by the computer. That example was one which I thought even a layman might understand. I'll leave you to it. Come in, come in. Sit down.
I'm not going to waste time with the details of this report because you'll be given copies of it. But I'd like to read you its conclusions. 1. Taking into account the circumstances at the time of detonation, it was clearly the duty of Lieutenant Ellis to decide the type of evasive action to be taken. On that count, Lieutenant Ellis is cleared, provided that the decision was in no way influenced by emotional factors. Which brings us to point 2. The 3 personnel directly concerned were subject to standard psychiatric and psychocomputer tests with the following results. Astronaut Lou Waterman, clear on all counts. Astronaut Mark Bradley, emotion count 0.48 paranormal, clear on other counts. Lieutenant Ellis, stress factor 1.28 paranormal. Emotion count 0.35 paranormal, clear on other counts. 3. These results are attributed to an emotional attachment between Lieutenant Ellis and Astronaut Bradley. It ends with a confidential recommendation as to what action should be taken. Well, we'll just have to hope that this thing sorts itself out. Meantime, Straker's given you separate postings. Bradley, you'll report to Moonbase.
And me, sir?
Shadow Headquarters, Earth.
Well, everything's lined up with the Air Force. You'll get their fullest cooperation.
I'll be on my way.
Oh, Alec. Who are you taking with you?
Does it matter?
No, except that I hadn't seen the list of personnel.
It includes Mark Bradley and Lieutenant Ellis.
Your decision?
My decision. Without the aid of a computer. They'll be back inside 3 days to take up their new postings.
Transport has just landed at Lexfield, Canada, sir.
Fine, fine.
Shadow mobiles 1, 2, and 3 proceed to search area.
The other mobiles are on their way, sir.
Good.
Shadow Mobile 1 to control.
In position.
Roger 1.
No visual contact.
Shadowmobile 2 in position, sir. Shadowmobile 3 in position.
All 3 mobiles are in position, sir.
Good. Send one in.
Which one, sir?
The one in the best position. Standard procedure.
Control to Shadow Mobile 3.
Close in for final assault.
Roger, control.
Should be able to see it any second.
There it is. Have visual contact.
About 300 yards ahead.
Any sign of movement?
No, nothing. We're going in closer.
Right. Take it easy.
Shadow Mobile 3 to control.
We're under attack.
Head back to the ridge.
We're still under fire.
They seem to be using some sort of...
SM3, can you hear me? Come in, SM3.
Radio and tracking link negative. They must have been hit.
Send the next one in. I know the risk. Send it in.
This is Control to Shadow Mobile 1. Close in on UFO.
Roger.
This is Colonel Freeman. We must assume SM-3 is non-operational.
Stop just below the top of the ridge and proceed on foot.
I repeat, proceed on foot.
Understood.
Okay, let's go. Okay, fan out. 250 yards from UFO.
Closing in.
Look out! UFO, sir! Get on!
Hi.
Why today?
Yes, they're flying the alien back to HQ now.
You all right?
I'm fine.
Mark, there's something I must tell you. After Mobile 3 was hit, Freeman told me to send another one in. Mobile 2 was in a better position.
It's okay. I was glad of the action.
Don't you understand what I'm saying? I risked your life to prove a point.
You did it to prove that Straker and the computers were wrong. 1984. I wonder what it's going to be like in 20 years' time. Will the computers take over completely?
Why don't you ask them? They seem to have all the answers, even now.
We build them, program them, and they tell us what we're going to think before we know it ourselves.
Well, you better make that phone call. Earth blast off, 15 minutes precisely. All personnel for leave report to control sphere immediately. Will Paul Roper report to control sphere immediately? Countdown is proceeding. Get me Commander Straker.
Yes, Lieutenant.
Well, keep working on it, Lieutenant. Is there any deal from Sid?
So far, we've got a series of three-dimensional direction indicators.
Now, what does that mean?
Well, it's like some sort of navigation course, only in 3 dimensions. So it's a course for some sort of space vehicle to steer.
A UFO?
Could be.
Well, as you say, Lieutenant, it's not much, but maybe it's a start. Let me know the moment you have anything.
Right.
Data and figures from flight plan passed to aliens by Roper have been analyzed. Input information incorrect. Result negative.
What do you make of it, Joan?
Nothing.
Straker's not going to buy that. Rerun it.
It won't alter the result, Lieutenant.
Will if you permutate it differently.
If you insist, Lieutenant.
Roger, I've got that. Now, one moment, Moonbase. Lieutenant Ellis for you, sir.
Straker.
I've had Joan Harrington work over Roper's figures.
And what does she make of them?
They describe relative planetary positions.
Which planets?
Considering the urgency of the problem, there seemed to be no choice but to make an educated guess.
All right, Lieutenant, educate me.
The relative position of the Sun, Moon, and Earth would fit Roper's figures. One snag. The last set of information is a time reference, but it still doesn't make sense.
Well, you've come up with enough to scare the daylights out of me, Lieutenant.
Right. 1 hour. Now, once you're outside, maintain radio silence.
One favor. I couldn't tell Carol, my wife. If you could book an Earth call, either way. You know what I mean.
I'll sort things out when you get back.
All set?
All set.
Good. Begin stage 1. Oh, Roper. Good luck.
Safety check 1.
Safety check 1. Prepare for exit procedure.
Good luck, Paul.
Depressurized.
Open outer doors. Stand by for exit. Is there any chance of the radar trackers operating? Not with all this sunspot activity.
The time is now 07:5.49. Sunrise is in 10 minutes. This is moon-based time check at 07.6 precisely.
Roper's on his own.
"23 seconds since sunup, Lieutenant."
Destroyed.
He's done it. Get a moonhopper out there fast.
Right, Lieutenant.
Losing a little air. Damage. Only slight.
Paul, is everything all right?
Yeah. Sure.
Listen, a moonhopper is on its way. It'll be with you in minutes.
Fine. Tell Straker. Tell him I hope this evens things up.
Paul.
Tell Carol.
Paul. Roper! Roper!
Unidentified flying objects bearing 012487.
Still maintaining course.
Termination?
Should be through any second.
Range 7 million.
Confirm. 1.4.
Moonbase to Shadow Control. We still have UFO on positive track. Confirm speed, Sol 1.4.
UFO 428. Speed 1.5 million miles per second. Bearing positive. Course 017234 red.
Sighting confirmed. We have a UFO on positive track.
Red alert. Interceptors, immediate launch. Interceptors, immediate launch. Moonbase to control. We have a positive sighting.
Get the trajectory termination as soon as possible.
Yes, sir.
Course
017-348-101.
Speed.
Sol 0.5 reducing.
Program computers for missile firing sequence.
(1837024).
Program complete. Missile firing 18.4.
Moonbase for you, sir.
All right, go ahead, Lieutenant.
We have the UFO termination fix. Southern England, grid reference 4706.
Yes, ground radar gave us the same information, Lieutenant.
How badly was it damaged?
Well, the interceptor scored a probable hit, but the UFO seemed to maintain its course. Listen, Lieutenant, I want Moonbase maintained on a full red alert. If that UFO breaks cover and lifts off, I want it destroyed. Now keep me informed.
Roger and out.
Are the mobiles moving in?
Yes, sir.
Nothing of real significance here, Alec.
The research center is less than 15 miles away.
I doubt if the aliens would travel 1 billion miles to visit a glorified health farm, even if it is run by SHADO.
Didn't Paul Foster check in there this morning?
Check the UFO's airspeed.
Yes, sir. $1,500 knots.
What's its rate of climb?
10.4 MPM.
Maybe it's more damage than we thought.
Let's hope so.
Moonbase for you, sir.
Lieutenant Ellis, what are the chances of an interception by Moonbase?
None at all, sir. The UFO's leaving Earth on an anti-lunar trajectory.
Beyond your range. Well, keep tracking it and report any change.
Roger and out.
Range 26 million receding.
Lieutenant?
Can't be. Check it. And tell control.
Trajectory 042326 cycling. Lunar G variable 7/5.4. Computer predicted power loss 70%. Orbit fading 0.4 GRT. Predict impact lunar grid reference B182.
Moonbase to control. Positive.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
So the UFO's headed for the moon?
Yes. It doesn't have enough power to escape the lunar G-force. It must have been damaged.
UFO is still maintaining its trajectory.
Good. Just as long as it continues to head for the moon, do nothing. But if it manages to develop enough power to pull away from lunar gravity, launch your interceptors and destroy it.
The astronauts are in position. They can be spaceborne in seconds.
Fine. Well, keep me informed, Lieutenant.
Roger and out. Do we have a closer fix on where it's going to land?
Yes. Grid reference 182084.
That's about 40 kilometers. I'm going out there. Tell Moon Mobile 1 to stand by.
Yes, Lieutenant.
We'll be in the area in 8 minutes. Keep me informed of the UFO's progress.
Yes, Lieutenant.
We're in position.
Area confirmed. 2 minutes from impact.
$60 seconds.
50.
40.
30. 20.
There it is. It's going to crash.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You're going to have to help me with the helmet. We're all set here, sir.
Right. Now, listen carefully. As I see it, the main problem will be panic when the helmet is removed. Colonel Foster has been breathing liquid for some hours now. Drugs will have been used to help his lungs adapt. Now, when we attempt to reverse to normal, the physical experience will be similar to drowning. Unless this moment is carefully controlled, the patient could go into convulsion and possibly choke. Let the colonel know the situation, right?
If you can hear me, nod your head. We're going to remove your helmet. Try and maintain your rhythm of breathing. Whatever happens, don't panic. Do you understand?
What is that?
2 cc's of petrochol. It should help, I hope. Is the resuscitator ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, Lieutenant. Begin.
Take hold of him. Now.
Hold him down. He could rupture his lungs.
Hold him down. Stop him struggling.
Nice and relaxed. How's the breathing now?
Better.
Take it easy. How do you feel?
Fine. What happened?
You passed out for a few minutes in the sauna bath.
A few minutes?
Here, drink this. Tell me, Colonel, have you been burning the candle at both ends recently?
Well, there was a party last night.
A sauna can be considered as a medical aid, but there's one golden rule: never take one if you're feeling under the weather.
I should have told you.
Well, there's nothing to worry about, Colonel. You're in good shape. You'll be in even better shape when you leave here. Tomorrow we'll get down to some real work.
Is it still there?
Yes, Lieutenant.
Ask Colonel Foster to come in. And get control. He'll want to speak to Commander Straker.
Right.
I have Colonel Foster on the video link, sir.
Oh, thank you. Hello, Paul.
Hello, Alec. It's a surprise to see your face. Where's Straker?
I'll explain later. What's your problem?
Well, we've picked up radio signals about 50 miles east of the base. It's some sort of vehicle. It's moving on an erratic course, but it's heading our way.
Have you any idea what it could be?
Not really. We've tried to make radio contact, but no joy.
Could it be unmanned?
It's possible.
But if it maintains its present course and speed, it'll run straight into us.
It'll be a couple of hours before there's any real danger.
We'll get onto it right away.
We can see it. I'll go down and radio back a photograph.
Transmit a print of this to Shadow Control.
It's Russian, from a base about 120 miles east of Moonbase.
Russian?
Yes, it's a mobile rig used for commercial mining in rich surface ore areas.
Get onto their base. Tell them unless they divert their machine.
I'll explain the situation, sir.
We understand your concern, but we still can't establish radio contact with the crew.
Something must have gone very seriously wrong.
Очень старые русские мелодии, зеленые глаза. Слушай меня. Да-да-да-ди-да-да, да-да-ди-да-да-да.
can do is to keep trying.
Get me Shadow Control. We've contacted the Russian base. There's a crew of 2 on board, but no one can contact them.
Is the radio link okay?
It seems to be. They just don't answer.
What's the vehicle's position now?
About 20 miles east of the base. The Russians have a surface mobile on the way, but it won't get there on time.
Send out a moonmobile. Try to establish visual contact with the crew.
Right.
No.
Come in, sir.
Get me a direct radio link with the moonmobile.
Right, sir.
I have Colonel Freeman for you, sir.
Right, put him on.
What's the position?
We've just established visual contact, and we're trying to get through to the crew. Without much success.
Right. Fire a warning shot.
A warning shot?
Look, you're less than 5 miles from Moonbase.
But that's a civilian vehicle.
Fire that shot.
Right.
Range 480 yards. Angle 0.28.
Not too close. Try another one, as close as you dare.
Yes, sir. Range 320 yards. Angle 0.24.
No reaction.
You're certain they saw the warning shot?
If it had been any closer, they'd have been part of it.
Stop.
You mean?
I mean shoot to stop them. That's my decision. I'll take the responsibility. Do you read me?
Look, give us a couple of minutes.
We're going to try something.
Come in, M3.
Come in, M3.
Come in, M3.
M3 to control.
Control to...
Let me speak to Colonel Foster.
He's trying to get aboard the rig, sir.
What? Has he made it?
I'm not sure. I can't see him. If he's not inside...
Nice room. Я немножко устал. Я хочу спать. Здравствуйте, друг.
Listen, they're both incapable.
The air pressure's down. They could be suffering from anoxia.
How far away is it now?
1,500 meters.
This is a red emergency alert. Seal all airlocks. All personnel to carry out decompression drill.
Кто живет? А? English. American. Yeah. What's what?
Get onto the Russian base. Find out how to stop this thing.
Yes, I understand. The quickest way to stop it is to throw the red master power switch. It's situated left of center on the control panel.
Right.
There's a red switch on the control panel.
Yes, I can see it.
That's the master power control.
Okay.
How far is it from Moonbase?
Just a few hundred yards.
There must have been a slight pressure leak. They were suffering from a lack of oxygen, inducing a sort of drunkenness.
Drunkenness?
Like drinking too much whiskey. We call it inoxia.
We know it in the same way, except our description would substitute vodka for whiskey. On behalf of Sovitex, I would like to thank you for your cooperation.
I have a possible sighting, Lieutenant.
Bearing?
Coming up now.
This is Moonbase Control. Yellow alert. Repeat. Yellow alert.
Red alert. Confirming UFO. 429117 blue.
Red alert. Interceptors, immediate launch.
We have the termination, sir.
What is it?
Western Europe.
Anything more specific?
The flight path indicates grid reference UX 104, Southern England.
Southern England. Thank you.
Interceptors closing in.
I'll give the command.
Sir?
Tell Moonbase I'll give the command.
Yes, sir.
Shadow control to Moonbase. Orders from Commander Straker. Suspend interceptor
UFO
track until
closing.
authorized
Range 11 million miles. 9 million miles.
Interceptor's coming into range. Sir, do we intercept?
Range closing. 7 million miles.
Sir, do we intercept?
No. Negative.
Negative?
That's what I said.
5 million miles.
Shadow control to Moonbase. Interception negative.
Repeat, interception negative. Interceptors to return to Moonbase.
This is Moonbase control to interceptors. Return to base. Moonbase control to lunar module. Switch to automatic LLS or bring you in by radio beam.
Touchdown, minus 20 seconds.
Right.
Welcome to Moonbase, Commander.
Thank you.
If you come with me, I'll show you to your quarters.
Oh, you two go along. Paul, let's go to control. I want to check on that space probe report.
Hello, Commander.
Lieutenant, Nina, Joan.
How's the flight?
Very smooth, thank you. How's everything here?
Fine.
Oh, Lieutenant, do you have the space probe report? Oh, good, good.
Apogee 0.124 below requirement, but we can easily correct it. I've worked out a rough schedule for the astronauts. We understand the probe is to be modified in space.
Well, this is great. Well, we'll have to go through it together, of course.
I did say it was a rough schedule, sir. Excuse me, sir.
Because of the radio security clampdown, no one on Moonbase knows the purpose of Project Discovery, as it has been codenamed. But I do know how hard some of you have worked on it. As you know, a modified B-142 space probe has been placed into a parking orbit around the moon. Now, the first phase is to fit specialized equipment into the probe. This equipment has already been shipped to Moonbase from Earth. Phase 2 is to maneuver a UFO into a position where the probe can be activated into a flight pattern which will enable it to follow the alien back to its origin. When the probe gets within 2 million miles of its target, it will start to transmit. With luck, we should get the first close-up shots of another world. It will be our first step in bringing the fight back to the alien planet. Thank you. An exciting situation, Lieutenant.
Yes, it is.
Look, you've got to get things set up as fast as possible.
Right. Who's going out on the probe?
Colonel Foster and Lieutenant Masters.
Moonbase control to lunar module. Your flight pattern is go for rendezvous.
Right. Confirm 1.4.
022417.
Roger, Control. We have visual contact. We're in position. Onboard computer reads go for spacewalk.
We have green on all systems.
Moonbase control to lunar module. Confirm go for spacewalk.
Safety lines checked. Send out the camera on my signal. About to board satellite. Condition green. Stage 1 complete.
Control to space team. Roger.
Great work, Paul. Pass my congratulations on to your team. Now, I've asked you all here to explain the next and most vital phase of the operation. Now, the space probe is in orbit. The equipment has been installed and fully tested. Lieutenant Ellis?
The problem is to force a UFO into an orbit complementary to the space probes. Then we can activate the tracking systems on the B-142 and enable it to latch on to the UFO. This will involve scheduling the interceptors very precisely. We've made a computer study of UFO approaches, and the general pattern is marked, as you can see.
Now, Lieutenant Ellis has compiled an interceptor schedule, but a lot of the decisions will have to be made on the spot.
Does that mean we have to play this one by ear?
Right.
Isn't that dangerous?
It involves a certain risk, Colonel.
A calculated risk, Lieutenant, based on a careful weighing of human factors as much as logic. Well, all we have to do now is wait for a UFO.
Red alert. UFO bearing 142 blue. UFO maintaining course.
This is Control. I have a red alert. I repeat, a red alert. Have UFO on positive track. 142 blue.
Speed, Sol 8.35.
140. 139.
SIT has just confirmed. It's coming in on the predicted flight path.
Good. Well, she's all yours, Lieutenant.
This is Control to interceptors. Immediate launch. Repeat. Immediate launch.
Right, let's go.
Your controller will be Lieutenant Ellis. Flight plans will be relayed by Lieutenant Ford.
UFO maintaining course. Speed Sol -8.35.
UFO maintaining course and speed. Stand by for onboard computer, read in.
00102.
1319-0124, input N.
Roger, Control.
UFO maintaining course. Bearing 142 blue. Range 18 million miles. $17 million miles.
Entering area red, 081.
There it is.
It's changing course.
UFO entering area red, 084. Speed, Sol 8.37.
We'll have to readjust the schedule.
Right. Compute for new flight plan.
Right, sir.
Interceptors, stand by for new flight plan. 042, 148.
2148. Increase speed to Sol
1.127.
Leader to 2 and 3. Alter course to
2148.
Roger, Leader.
Interceptors losing contact, sir.
We've got to turn it. If we use a detonation here, the UFO will be forced to swing away onto this sort of a course. Tell the interceptors to explode a missile in area blue. 128.
Control to interceptors. Break formation. We'll relay new flight plans. Control to interceptors.
Missile timing 15.18 seconds.
Thank you, Control. Commencing missile sequence. Firing -5.2 seconds.
Detonation positive.
It's altered course.
UFO entering area, blue 132.
Maintaining speed.
Crossing into blue 133.
It's coming round just right.
It's accelerating, sir. 0.38. 8.39.
You have to use a second missile, sir.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Right. Compute it.
Yes, sir.
Well?
I think a missile in area blue 27 should do it, Commander.
Order the missile launch.
Yes, sir. Missile timing. 104 018 826.
Roger.
Detonation confirmed, sir.
UFO veered to new course. 301. Compute B142. Will link up in 4-3 seconds.
Lieutenant,
Oh, Commander Straker.
how do you feel?
Fine, thanks.
How about a cup of coffee?
Yes, I'd like that.
How do you like your coffee?
No sugar.
Here we are.
Thanks.
Well, here's to Project Discovery.
Cheers.
You know, I want to thank you, Gay, for all the hard work you put into this project. And the long hours. You know, I think you push yourself a little bit too hard. You're doing a fine job, Gay. A man's job, but you don't have to do it any better because you're a woman. And don't ever forget, you're a very attractive girl.
Thanks for the coffee. And thank you.
Lieutenant?
Colonel Foster,
Sir.
when do we leave?
1800 hours tomorrow, sir.
Good. Let me give you a piece of advice, Paul. Don't ever judge a situation by the end of a conversation.
Lunar module takeoff, minus 18 minutes.
I just come in to say thank you, girls.
When will the first pictures be through, sir?
Well, the experts tell me 4 months, so let's hope that they're worth waiting for. Goodbye.
Goodbye, sir.
Goodbye, Lieutenant.
Goodbye, Commander.
Okay. Next time you're on Earth furlough, drop in and see me.
Yes, I will.
They're coming through now, sir.
Right. Feed it through the decoder straight into printout.
Right, sir.
Fantastic.
Look at that.
Tell the lab I want the preliminary report in 24 hours.
Yes, sir.
We've got the answers, Alec. We've got the answers.
Commander?
I did say 24 hours, Kelly.
Yes, sir, but we haven't had time to type up a report.
And give it to me verbally.
There was a fault in the device.
A fault?
Yes, sir. The range and magnification on each shot wasn't transmitted.
Just what is that supposed to mean?
That means, except for superfluous detail, these shots tell us very little.
Look, what are you trying to sell me, Kelly? Well, look at that. Look at that detail. Well, it must tell you something.
Yes, but was it taken from 500 or 100 miles? With a magnification of 1 or 1,000?
Oh, come on. Look, if I take a picture of a girl from 3 feet or 100 yards, I can still see it's a girl.
I want to show you something, Commander. Now, whatever the range, that's a shot of the alien planet. A close-up of the surface.
Yes. And I'm no expert, but that must be some form of vegetation.
Some form of vegetation, you think? You could be right. Well, why don't we take another look? Now, let's pull back. You'll notice the curvature of the horizon.
Well, surely from that we can work out an approximation of the overall size.
Let's pull back a little more.
What is this, Kelly? Some sort of joke?
You said earlier, Commander, you could recognize a girl from 3 feet or 100 yards. What about when the shot is from 30 inches, with a magnification varying from 0 to 10,000?
Hello, Commander.
Lieutenant?
Thank you. You can relax now.
Hold it there a moment, will you, Lieutenant? Magnification 0 times 10, 100, 1,000.
Not the most flattering of pin-ups, nor the best way to spend a furlough.
Thanks for all your help, Gabe.
Pleasure. Goodbye, Commander.
Lieutenant? Yes. I'm beginning to see the problem.
I'd like you to have a look at that monitor. What would you say this is, Commander?
Well, before your demonstration, I would have said a lava formation of some kind.
Actually, it's a section of fractured polystyrene.
It's incredible.
Here's another.
From the structure in the center, it could be a building.
In fact, Commander, it's a grain of pollen. Another shot which could well be taken for a strange rock formation.
Yes, I have to agree.
Puffed wheat, sir. Without knowing details of range and magnification, the lava flow becomes a piece of shattered polystyrene, magnification times 2155. A pollen grain becomes a futuristic building, and a grain of puffed wheat, a rock formation.
Tell me, how are these shots produced?
Well, microphotography is well established, but the secret is three-dimensional effect, the depth of focus. It's been known for 25 years, but it needs development.
So, while we've all been looking into outer space, Men like you have been sitting on this. Inner space. Your pet project.
Yes. It's a vast area, almost completely unexplored. But I believe it'll give us the answers to some of the basic questions about the universe, and even life itself.
Sighting confirmed. Course varying 8 to 10 degrees. Get moon base.
Right. Hello, Gay. How long has it been banking and weaving like this?
It started 2 minutes, 20 seconds ago, sir. Before that, course and speed were constant.
What were the readings?
Course 037164. Speed Sol 1.6.
You never had a flight pattern like this before.
Course still varying. Speed now 0.85 and reducing.
Thank you. How long before Commander Straker comes on duty?
What's the panic?
A UFO. Its approach is much slower than usual, and it's varying course constantly.
Yes, but maintaining an overall flight path. Yes, I agree with you, Alec. This zigzagging is unusual.
It's almost as if it were trying to avoid something.
Or find something. Well, we can't take any chances. Sound a red alert for all ground stations.
Shadow control to all stations. We have a red alert. Repeat, condition is red.
Interceptors, immediate launch. Immediate launch. Stand by to set missile control computer.
Right.
Missile timing 1475.
Missile launch. 10 seconds. Positive. Contact lost.
Moonbase to Shadow Control. We hit it, Commander.
Well done, Lieutenant. Oh, that one certainly made a new approach. I wonder what it was trying to do.
We'll never know, I'm glad to say.
Cigar?
Thank you.
Moonbase to Shadow Control.
What is it, Lieutenant?
I have another contact, sir.
A second UFO?
No, sir. The same one.
The same one? But you reported a positive detonation.
I know, sir. The scanners showed negative. But it's back.
Well, what's the position now, Lieutenant?
I'm sorry, sir. It's through Moonbase defenses, heading for Earth.
Thank you.
Anything?
Nothing.
I picked it up again, Lieutenant. Course 072124. Speed Sol 0.4.
Check.
Confirm.
Moonbase to Shadow Control.
Come in, Moonbase.
Confirmed sighting in area T.6 green. Moving towards area yellow
at Sol 4.0.
Your sightings are masked from us by the moon. We'll pick it up in T6 yellow.
Out. Check the estimated re-entry time on the module.
Yes, sir.
This is Shadow Control. Relay your re-entry time and angle.
Re-entry begins in 7 minutes. Angle 27.5 on a 3-second burn.
Thank you, Captain.
The checks.
Thank you.
The UFO's altered course 5 degrees. The interceptors won't make contact. It could reach the lunar module before re-entry, sir.
Make to the captain. Emergency re-entry at an angle 3-1. Increase burn 1 second.
That's a tough order, isn't it? Theoretically, the UFO could be on us in 4 minutes. The new angle takes us in less than 3.
With an angle of over 30 degrees, that's pretty close to the upper limit, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like taking a head-on dive into a bowl of molten lead. It's possible, but you wouldn't do it for kicks. Sighting now in area blue, sir.
Termination?
I don't have an affirmative yet, sir, but it's definitely closing on the module. UFO's increased speed to Sol 0.6. Even with the new angle, it's going to reach the module before re-entry is complete.
Warn them.
It's too late. I have re-entry cessation on radio contact.
I don't get it, Lieutenant. It's a lot slower than any other signal we've ever picked up.
Yes, but we can't afford to take any chances. This is a red alert. Repeat, this is a red alert. Interceptors, immediate launch. Still no increase in speed?
No, steady at 35,000 knots.
Moon-based interceptors. Imperative you obtain visual contact before making any attack.
Roger. Should go visual any second now.
Interceptor leader to moon base.
Have visual contact.
Identify.
A little charred around the nose cone.
But it's all ours.
Paul, good to see you.
How are you, Paul?
Fine.
Well, you gave us all quite a scare.
I gave you quite a scare?
16 hours with no radio contact.
The transmission antennae was destroyed in the re-entry attempt.
Yes, I read the technical report.
Why don't you tell us your version?
Version?
Yes, we'd like to know what happened. From you.
You get my report.
Now, look, Paul, there's nothing official about this.
What'll it be, coffee?
No thanks, you go ahead.
How about something a little stronger?
Now, you know I don't use it, Paul.
Never? Oh, I was forgetting the ice-cold computer mind of Commander Straker can rationalize his troubles away.
Now, look, Paul. We know you've had a pretty rough time, but Commander Straker doesn't have to take that kind of stuff from anyone.
Maybe that's because nobody's dared to dish it out to him before now.
All right. Let's have it.
If you're talking about details of the accident, you're asking the wrong man.
Who should I be asking?
The man who ordered the re-entry angle of 31 degrees.
That, as you very well know, was me. It was a dangerous but not impossible angle.
That depends upon your stage of re-entry. For us, it meant a certain burn-up unless we leveled out.
So you overcompensated and bounced off the atmosphere?
Yes. Just had enough fuel to make it back here.
It was a risk I had to take.
A risk you had to take. Next time you have a risk to take, Commander, let me know and I'll pick up some of that back leave.
Well, over the past year, our rate of success against UFOs has been impressive, but by no means 100%.
Like they used to say in the old days, that'd be like asking for the moon.
Well, that's pretty much what I plan to ask for, Alec. Enough money to set up 4 new, fully automated moon bases over the next 10 years.
Private?
Let's work. Why don't you join us? I think it's the only way to achieve adequate backup capability, even against a massive UFO attack.
Who says they have the capacity to mount a mass attack?
Nobody. Because nobody really knows. But they might have. Next year, 10 years from now, and we have to be ready for it. All right. Let's hear your reactions. Alec?
You're asking a lot, and I think the Council will fight you all the way. But I'm all for trying.
Oh?
I don't know.
Just exactly what is that supposed to mean?
Well, let's just leave it like that.
No. Spit it out. Well?
Do you want it straight?
Yes, I want it straight. But not here.
And I'd like to know just what you think you're playing at.
Hold it, Alec. All right, Paul. Let's forget rank. For the moment.
Alex says you're asking a lot. I think that's just one way of avoiding the fact that you're asking to double last year's appropriation.
You're saying you're against?
I'm saying we should rename the whole thing Straker's Alien Defense Organization.
Oh. I get the picture. You think I run this organization for kicks? You think I ask for more money so that I get bigger as Shadow gets bigger?
It's got a name. It's called Empire Building.
Now, look, Foster, you've just about gone far enough.
It's all right, Alec. Maybe you should have spoken up earlier, Paul.
Maybe. You said you wanted it straight.
That's right. I have no time for yes men.
I think you should put yourself on the furlough roster. 3 to 4 months complete rest.
You think I'm falling down on the job?
I think it's got to you. I think you're obsessed with Shadow and Ed Straker. I think you're making decisions without any real thought to the consequences.
Like that re-entry angle.
Yes, like that re-entry angle. I like spending millions on moon bases when they're needed on Earth. Like 100 other instances I can name.
All right, all right. Suppose Commander Straker took some leave. You got a replacement in mind? Well?
It's possible.
But why the soft pedal? Why didn't you just slap him back into line?
It isn't that simple, Alec.
Well, if you take my advice, you'll think about it.
The lunar module leaves for Earth in 17 minutes.
Well, I have to go.
I'll sleep on what you said, Alec.
Fine. You do that.
Safe journey.
General quarters. This is an internal security alarm. This is an internal security alarm.
Seal all exits. I want Captain Craig found and brought here. Use stun guns if necessary, but I want him alive.
Yes, sir.
What happened? You tell me.
Look over there. He's not here. Come on.
Right.
Right. Continue search in Area 7.
What's taking so long?
We'll find him, sir.
Reception and embarkation areas searched. Sleep sphere checked? Right. Move on to recreation area. Negative.
The explosive store's been broken into. Looks like a high detonation pack is missing.
Hold it, Craig. He's just entered emergency exit
10, wearing a spacesuit.
Order condition red.
This is control. Internal security, condition red. Repeat, condition red.
If he gets near the air and water installations with that explosive pack. Why wasn't exit 10 sealed?
It's an emergency exit, sir. It remains operational even during an alert.
All right. Get some men out there after him.
Yes, sir.
And I want to check on all emergency air supplies.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and find out where he got that spacesuit.
Right away, sir.
There's a spacesuit missing from the legisphere, but he won't get far. It was due for recharging. There's practically no air left in the pack.
Scan the surface.
There he is.
We have no choice. Use number 4.
We'll have to use a missile.
No. It's too close to our installation.
Listen to me, Craig. We know what you're trying to do, but it's 200 yards to that air and water installation. You'll never make it.
I'll be close enough.
Lieutenant Craig, we realize you want to destroy Moonbase, but you're destroying yourself. Your air supply won't last.
Systems checked and okayed, sir.
Right. Oh, stand down to yellow.
Yes.
The damage report, sir.
Thank you.
This is control. Stand down to internal condition, yellow.
Well, there's nothing here we can't handle.
Thank you, sir.
What now?
Well, I'm going back to bed.
Aren't you interested to find out what happened?
It'll keep. No one's going anywhere, are they, Colonel?
Give me a teleprinter link to Earth. I want to make a report.
Yes, Colonel.
Colonel Freeman? Yeah? I have a communication for you, Colonel. Well?
It's a somewhat unusual channel.
Well, all right, Lieutenant, what is it?
General Henderson wants to see you right away.
He contacted you?
One of his assistants did.
Well, why not Miss Eland? She usually deals with personal calls.
I was a little surprised myself. Anyway, I was asked to give the message only to you. You were asked not to communicate it to anyone.
Anyone? Does that include Commander Straker?
Commander Straker was specifically mentioned, sir.
I see. I told Henderson to ask you himself, but he knew. If someone had told me just a month ago that Foster would do a thing like this,
Forget it, Alec.
What do you mean, forget it?
Listen, Foster didn't transmit that information to General Henderson out of pure malice. There's got to be another reason for it.
Has there? He's bucking for promotion, and he doesn't care who he has to step on to get it.
Well, there's only one way to find out the answer. Tackle him about it. Thanks, Alec.
Why don't you girls go and grab a cup of coffee? All right, Paul. You sent details of the new appropriation request to General Henderson.
That's right.
At best, that was a serious breach of trust. What are you trying to pull, Foster?
Stop you spending millions on moon bases for a start.
You should know better than anybody that a mass attack is on the cards.
Speculation.
Half this job is speculation. It must be.
Yes, and it's proving pretty expensive.
In the past 4 months, there has been a marked fall-off in UFO sightings.
Which proves that our present equipment is more than adequate.
Maybe. Or maybe it indicates a grouping. A grouping for a much larger operation. It's going to come. I want to be ready.
I think you're wrong.
I don't care what you think. I didn't come in here to discuss the appropriation. I want to talk about your future with this organization.
Are you firing me?
No. Nobody gets fired from SHADO. Your report to General Henderson was an inconvenience. I can ride that out. No. You're free to express your right of criticism of this command. But you are not free to divulge information given to you in confidence.
And if I do? All right. Let's get one thing clear. I stick to my opinion. I'm gonna push for a change of command.
How hard will you push, Paul? As hard as Craig?
You still say he tried to kill you?
Yes.
With an empty hypodermic?
What did you say? I've told no one how he tried to kill me. An air bubble in the blood. Lethal. And very difficult to prove the cause of death. Open it.
No use, Commander. The doorway's sealed. We won't be disturbed.
Must be a short circuit someplace.
Get the emergency power switched on and trace the fault.
Right.
Colonel. Why don't you just think about this?
Think about it. That's exactly what I've done ever since that last re-entry.
We're switching to the emergency power circuit. Our emergency power circuit now in operation.
You're crazy, Foster. You know that, don't you?
Am I?
You must be to think you'll get away with this.
You've run this organization too long. It's as simple as that.
All right, Foster. What do you plan to do?
You came into the control sphere. You asked the girls to leave and locked the doorway. You tried to talk me back into line. I refused. You started throwing insults. There was a fight. You lost control and pulled a gun. Your gun, Commander. I got it from your locker. I managed to jump you. There was a struggle.
And the gun went off accidentally.
I got it in one.
If we bypass the damaged circuit, we can link into the emergency supply.
Right.
And I want a couple of men outside immediately.
Yes, Lieutenant.
All right, Foster. Give me that gun.
Why did you use it? Makes no difference. That shot punctured the sphere. We're losing air. This is the end, Straker.
Is it?
If you don't pass out, I'll kill you with your own gun.
Guess you try and get it.
Well, I won't have to. You'll pass out before I will. That's it. Fight it. I can wait. You see, it's a question of physique. I'm younger, fitter, stronger.
You're forgetting one thing, Foster. Willpower.
We've bypassed the circuits.
Okay. Stand by.
The door should be open in 1 minute.